Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm one of the coaches of Unga Academy, and this is our usual overview of the markets that we do every weekend. But before we start, if you're interested in staying updated on all our new content, please go and subscribe to our channel, and why not also leave us a like to support our work? Thanks so much.
Hi, we are the Unga Academy, and we teach traders how to make money in the markets. Our founder, Andrea Unga, had been struggling with trading for years until he developed his automated trading method, which he used to become the only 4-time world trading champion. Subscribe to our channel for free tips and tricks.
Okay, as you probably already know, this has not been an easy week for the financial markets. The stock indexes in particular went down quite a lot. At the moment, the worst performing index is the Nasdaq, which is losing 3.6%. Then there is the mini S&P falling by 2.14%. As for the European stock indexes, the numbers are more or less the same, with the Euro stocks losing 2.5% and the DAX falling by 2%. As you can see, it was a strong downtrend, especially for the Nasdaq, which is the stock index that is suffering most of all. Even the Fed meeting that took place last week couldn't help raise the prices of the stock markets. The general fears, or rather the awareness and certainty of a rise in the interest rates, also affected the bond sector. Now here is the T-bond, so the 30-year bond, which is now on the lows. And the same goes for the European Bund, which is around its one-year low. So both stocks and bonds went down this week, and both of them suffered from the future increase in the interest rates. The only sector that's reacting very well and continues to rise is the energy sector. As of now, natural gas has risen by 23% this week. RBOB gasoline is around its all-time high. You can see it here. It's at an all-time high and gaining 5% this week. And then following heating oil and crude oil. As usual, the metals market is negative again. Actually, this market has been pretty weak. And as you can see, there's been a lack of trends over the last year. The performance of silver is particularly negative. Moving on to the soft commodity sector, we see mixed returns, with sugar losing 4% and cocoa also going down. Finally, we have the cereal sector, which instead is very positive. So let's take a look at the trends of soy and its derivatives, because they're very interesting. Currently, soy is certainly a trending market, and the same goes for soybean meal and bean oil. I forgot to tell you that there is a soft commodity that is performing very well, and it is orange juice, which is still at an all-time high. The currency and cryptocurrency sectors are instead very weak. Now let's take a look at the euro dollar in particular, which is now at a value of 1.11. It's finally exited the trading range in which it remained for several months and has now broken through its lows, and now it's at the lows of the current year. So let's wait and see if the weakness of the euro dollar will continue, since it's also related to the fears of rising interest rates. Finally, as for the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin is still falling, and the same goes for the whole sector. So the cryptocurrency asset class is in general. The moment the price of Bitcoin is $36,795. It lost around 3.5% this week, which is not too much actually. But at the moment it seems that the price of Bitcoin is moving within this area, which could be a possible support area, if I remember correctly. So, let's wait and see if the fall of Bitcoin will stop at these levels, or if it will be strong enough to go further. As for volatility, we can see that there has been a significant increase in volatility this week, especially in the long term, where the percentile values are pretty high. In addition to this, if we look at the term structure of volatility, we can see that we are now in backwardation. And as you know, this is a warning sign. The volatility curve has reversed. The short-term volatility is now higher than the long-term volatility. And what's more, the VIX has almost reached 40 this week. Now, this is obviously not a good sign, and since it seems that the situation is not going to improve anytime soon, I recommend that you be particularly careful. Let's wait and see if the term structure will return to contango in a short time, or if it will remain in backwardation. And in that case, the situation for the markets may become even more troublesome. At the moment, operators seem to be extremely worried about how the markets are currently moving. Anyway, let's move on to the rollover calendar, since there won't be any rollovers to make next week. Here you can see the upcoming rollovers to make in the week after the coming one, so cocoa, VIX, and coffee. And with that, this video is over. But before we say goodbye, I'd like to give you some advice. If you're interested in systematic trading and want to learn more about it, well, we've got you covered. Because there's this webinar that we're going to leave you a link to in the description of this video, in which Andrea Unger, our founder, and the only 4-time world trading champion with real money, talks about his own trading method. The same method that let him achieve these extraordinary results. It's definitely a good chance to understand more of this world, learning from those who have proven their skills and knowledge with facts. Finally, please leave us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on the release of all our new videos. And with that, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.